What's up, everybody? Welcome into another episode of the brand new Bolt Fam podcast. Dang it, dude! I'm laughing. I'm sorry. I can't. I
You also
thought you were
started to
gonna.
say contest.
I thought you were gonna mess with me right there, and then you didn't, and then that kind of threw me off more because I was expecting nonsense, and then nothing happened. So my bad. But welcome in, everybody, to the brand new Bolt Fam podcast. It's your boy Josh, and as you can see, I'm back with the man, the myth, the legend. I'm here with my brother. What's up, Trev? How you doing, dude?
I'm good, man. We just rolling with that intro.
I'm leaving it at this point. Look, the people can't see me as perfect, bro. I'm human. I make mistakes. Y'all can see it. It's okay. And I don't want to
Find
hear
me one person who views you as perfect.
me
All right, we're gonna send you
at
to
the
church. All right,
moment. My 9 month old daughter might think I'm actually perfect. She looks at me
maybe
like
she
that.
just sees you giving her food and changing her diaper. She's like, "Man, this dude's just great. I don't even have to do nothing."
Yeah, that will fade too, but it's all good. Well, what's up, dude? Tell me what we're talking about today. Let's get rocking and rolling.
Just continuing, same old free agency right now. That's all we really got right now. So we're gonna stay on as top as best as we can. But before we get into that, we want to give a big shout out, a big thank you. You have the stats pulled up right there. So why don't we go ahead and I'll pass it back to you actually before we get started. I'll let you do it actually. I'll let you announce the big news. You're the one who tracks all the numbers and everything more than I do, so I'll let you be the numbers
Yeah.
guy on this one.
I mean, I'm kind of the numbers guy in life. It's my thing. But um, well, I'm not even gonna like share the screen and do all that. I'll just pull it up. Let me cancel all that because I was gonna do something I shouldn't. It doesn't make a lot of sense. All right. Here's the deal, guys. I want to say a big thank you to everybody. We started this. This is May 3rd. We're recording today. And I checked the podcast analytics and we're up over 10,000 views. We started in February, like middle of February, just with, putting out content and getting 3 views a video, like every podcaster does. Like, you struggle through the beginning. And we got over 10,000 views in 3 months. So, you guys have been amazing. The subscriptions are up. And so we'll do a big thing when we hit 100 subscribers and, some of the milestone numbers and whatever. But I just want to say a big shout out to the people who have tuned in. And if you're one of the people who watches and hasn't subscribed yet, if y'all could do us a favor, make sure to hit that subscribe button. It helps us out a ton, gets it out to more people, and helps us build an awesome community, and helps us get this content out to more people. So if y'all wouldn't mind doing us a favor doing that. But man, thank y'all. We're at it's actually over 11,000 views because of how big the last video was and it jumped. So we're up over 11,000 views on this episode or on our YouTube channel, and we're gonna keep growing. And we're gonna keep putting out the best Chargers content on the internet. I've been saying that since day one. I believe that we're gonna be that, and yeah. So thank you guys, and Trevor, thank you for staying up all these late nights and recording with me and all this stuff. So appreciate everybody involved. This isn't a one-man show, and I'm thankful for it. So with that being said, we do
Now we
have
can
some
get back.
breaking.
Yeah.
What's that?
I said now we can get back.
Yeah, we do have some breaking news. So the breaking news was from out of nowhere. No one heard about this. It just kind of happened. The Chargers met on Saturday with tight end David Njoku, which is so funny to me because when we were doing our initial free agency episode before the start of the free agency period, I put out there, I was like, the one guy that I want to go get is David Njoku. I think that this is before we got Kohler, so I thought him and Gadsden would be a sick 2 tight end sets, like absolutely awesome. And he's a good run blocker. He's a good receiver. I said back then I've wanted to draft David Njoku in 2017, and Browns have been so bad.
2018, I think.
Maybe
No, you're right.
2018.
2017.
And that was good. So all this like, thank you. Um, I wanted to draft him back then. The Browns have been bad for years, and so they're always in this rebuild. Who are we going to trade? Get more draft picks, and he's always a name that comes up in or trade conversations. And I've wanted to trade for him, and now finally the Chargers just had a meeting with him. So I'm excited. I've been screaming for this for literally 9 years now, since 2017. So I'm pretty pumped. We'll go through his stats and all the things. Some people would say he's having a decline. I think he had bad quarterbacks, and I think he's a star. But we'll get into it. So, Trev, what do you think, man? David Njoku, I know your guy was Dallas Goedert that you wanted to bring in. Obviously, he already signed, so we do need a third tight end. It can't just be Kohler and Gadsden. So we have to pick up somebody. So how do you feel about David Njoku meeting with the Chargers?
Yeah, like you just said, my top pick for free agent tight ends was Goddard because, like I mentioned, like, oh, he doesn't have, like, a lot of yards or anything, but he's had, like, a lot of touchdowns. I was like, that means he's a big tight end, big red zone threat. That's the word I'm looking for is red zone. So, he was my number 1 tight end, but right below him at 2 was 0 problem in taking Njoku. I think similar, like, he's a big tight end. You already kinda hit on it a little bit. He's a good run blocker. He averages about, like, 4 touchdowns a season, which nothing crazy, obviously, like, I'm not gonna sit here and act like he has the best stats in the world or anything. Um, he's got fairly average stats. He was, like, tied at, like, 60th or something on touchdowns, and so not anything crazy. Um but I mean, it's consistent. That's the main thing. Like you can count that he's gonna get his 4 touchdowns a season. He had 1 season where he had 1 touchdown, and he played like 4 games. He was injured that year. Um, but he also, do you by chance know? I didn't even think about this before we got on the podcast. Who was the quarterback for Cleveland in 2023? Do you by chance know that?
Off the top of my head, that would have been post Baker.
Deshaun?
Um, so it might have been Deshaun, depending on what his injuries were, and it might have been whoever, whatever backup, and
Yeah,
the
because
mess that was the Cleveland quarterbacks.
that was his biggest year of his career was 2 years ago. So,
Mhm.
as far as, like, the decline debate, I don't really like, he might be on, like, the very beginning of that, like, might, but I don't see that as being an issue. His biggest career was in 2023, and since then, his second biggest one of it I guess not second biggest, he had another fairly decent year, he had 6 touchdowns in 2023, 800 receiving yards, 5 touchdowns 2024, and then 4 touchdowns in 2025. So, decline, yes, he went back to average. It's not a decline. His average his whole career from the time he was drafted has been 4 touchdowns. So, if you wanna call his decline that he went back to being what he was already, like you said, with crappy quarterbacks,
Yeah.
I don't view that as a decline. Like, he had crappy quarterbacks, he had a horrible situation, like, no one's gonna try to say that the Browns were a good football team this last year. If they are, tell them to get out of Cleveland and get their head out from under a rock. But, like, so yeah, I mean, that's kinda my take on it is, like, the as far as, like, debunking the decline debate, I mean, you'll probably have some more to go on that, but I
Mhm.
love it. Like, I think that him, Gadsden, and then Kohler as, like, a blocking tight end, I think that's a great combination. Gadsden's kinda more that receiving guy, and Njoku's kinda in between. Kohler's that blocking tight end. We've talked about having, like, that kinda, like, tier list already before on previous episodes, and I think he would fit our scheme very well. I think that he would be a good blocker. I think Mike McDaniel would get him open when he needs to be, and I think Herbert would put a ball in his chest and say, "You're not gonna drop it." Like, it's really hard to drop a ball that hits your chest pad, like, or your like your shoulder pad, sorry, not chest pad. Chest plate. I'm struggling right now, but I'm here.
Get that boy some caffeine.
Yeah, the thoughts are running, the words just aren't coming out as fast as the thoughts.
You're good. You're good.
But yeah, I mean, it's hard to drop a ball that bounces off your chest, and that's what Herbert's gonna do. He's gonna put a ball in his chest, and he's gonna. I mean, even so, like I think he was this last year. He averaged 10 yards a game or 10 yards a catch.
Mhm. I'll
Oh no,
pull out one of
that
those.
was Deebo. That's the next one we're gonna talk about. He averaged 9 yards a catch. I can live with that. You give me 9 yards a catch, we just got to get your looks up higher. Like if you can average 9 yards for me, I can live with that. So
So here's the thing I wanna break down.
yeah,
You brought up Mike McDaniel's scheme. So I went back and I pulled up all of his combine numbers. Now, we just did all this draft stuff. We understand like all the 40 time you run a 40 time at the combine and you never run it again for the rest of your life. But what it does, it gives you an idea of where he's at in relation to other guys. This dude is 6'4", 246, and ran a 4.64 40. Okay. Now that was in 2017, so I don't know. Maybe he's 4'7" now, but who knows? Maybe after NFL weightlifting programs and training, maybe he's 4'5". I don't know. But 2017, he ran a 4.64. That's incredibly fast for for that size, for that body type. And so this another when you realize you're like, oh, this is another Mike McDaniel speed guy. It's another one. We got more speed to add to this team. 4.6 is fast for a tight end. 4.6 probably is fast for most positions anyway. But so I'm gonna pull this up really quick because here's the main thing that we do
I
need
mean,
to
we
worry
just we
about.
just drafted a safety that ran like what, a 4.5.
Yeah.
So I mean, put that in perspective. He's up there with some of the safeties in the league. Obviously, not
Right.
like the top end starters. Like he's still gonna get burnt on a fly route, but
All right, here we go. So, like Trevor said, it was that 2019 year. He only played 4 games. This is what's important to me. I don't know if y'all can see my screen here.
yeah,
I see my mouse moving around, but this is that 2019 year. He had 4 games and he struggled. He had 5 catches. He was injured. It was a whole mess. Um, but here's where it gets good. So 2023, he had a big year, 882 yards, 6 touchdowns. All that's good. Then you start seeing the injury history. That's where I don't think you can bank on him being a tight end one anymore because he does have a history of injuries. As you look here, these are 16 games his first 2 years, but that's when they only had a 16-game schedule. Then you get up here, it's 13, 2021, 16. All that's fine. And then you get up here, it's like 14, and then you get that 2023 season, he had 16, that's fine. And then it's 11 and 12 the last 2 years. So I think there's an injury issue that, could be a problem going forward. All right. Those are lingering things or nagging things. And people forget sometimes how many surgeries and injuries NFL players go through. Like I heard Travis Kelce talk about how he's had 9 surgeries. Like it's crazy what these guys put their bodies through. So, that's my concern, but you're not paying him like a tight end number 1. You're paying him like a tight end 2, like a low end tight end 2 and a high end tight end 3. Keep in mind, Charlie Kohler got $8 million, so I'm guessing he's going to give between 8 to 10. Like he's going to be around that same range of Kohler, and so you're going to have a room where you're going to run 12 and 13 personnel, where you're going to have all 3 guys on the field. And if you're a defense, I see those 3 tight ends come on the field. It's like, oh, it's got to be a running play. It's like, well, here's a fake handoff, slip a little drag route over to Njoku over the middle. Oh, here's a post up the seam for
Gadsden.
Gadsden. Like you put those guys out there and they have no idea what's coming. So I love and Mike McDaniel and for everyone that associates him with the speed and Tyreek and Waddle and all that, he ran a lot of 13 personnel when he was with San Francisco. And then he ran a good amount of 13 personnel with Miami, even with Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle on the outside. So I think it's a big deal there. Go ahead. What's up?
Yeah, I just want to add in. It's also like I don't think the Browns had a good offensive line or anything, and I know it's different. Again, like he's out receiving and everything, but he's also blocking too. And so if you have
Mhm.
a crappy offensive line too, like that's gonna play into injuries as well. Um, like offensive line, the whole offense is centered around that line. Like whether
Yeah.
people want to believe it or not, some people say it's around the quarterback. It's not. It's around the offensive line. I might be biased because I was an offensive lineman, but
Mhm.
like I mean, I saw people talking about like on Instagram. It was same thing I've talked about on here before. Like, oh, Herbert made other people suck and everything, and it was like he couldn't get a pass off, and it was like, yeah, he couldn't get a pass off because he was couldn't even get to his first look. Like the same thing goes for tight ends. Like if you're trying to help a tackle block and you're just getting demolished, like you're gonna be more injured. You're more injured. You're more injury
Yeah.
prone just by the people around you. Like a good um dad always said growing up, like talking about like and he always said it in regards to like the GOAT debate with like MJ and LeBron, but he would always say like great players make the other ones around them better.
Mhm.
That couldn't be more accurate. Like if you're around good players, you're gonna be less likely to get injured because everyone's doing what they're supposed to be doing. There's no like surprises. That's when people get injured. It's when someone
Mhm.
rolls up on you and your knee blows out. So like you get someone like Alt who's next to him on the other side of him taking care of his dude and knowing like, hey man, you don't have to worry about me getting put on my butt and rolling up on your leg. You're gonna be less likely to get injured. If you're not the
So
number one target, if you're not the only offensive weapon, you're
yeah.
not gonna have people headhunting you as soon as you get the ball. Like they're gonna be more spread out. It's not like being on a team with good players makes it to where you're less likely to get injured. And I know that kind of sounds crazy, but like
No.
it just spreads everything out more and everyone takes care of what they're supposed to take care of and there's no surprises and there's no like targeting. So I think that part too is going to help him by not being the main target, by not being the main blocker, not being the main receiver. I think that's going to help him injury wise as well too.
Yeah, and I keep going to it, but I think that Mike McDaniel's is the best outside of maybe McVay and Shanahan, which he worked for.
Right.
I think he might be the best scheme guy in the league of protecting his guys and getting them in open space and letting them
That's
have that. I just think the scheme fit with Njoku protects him and makes him a better player. And again, if we go to based off the numbers he had, let's just go back and pull this back up. Sorry, I shouldn't have closed it
while
out.
you're pulling that up. I also this one's a lot quicker. But I heard in a interview with Tom Brady, him talking about how it's his job to protect his receivers. You get a
Yes.
crappy quarterback who's not doing that. I've seen like clips on Instagram and TikTok targeting like Patrick Mahomes saying like this is why Brady will always be better because like you see like Brady throwing passes to people and it's like it's low so they have to go down to grab the ball and then they're not getting headshotted. And then it was like
Yeah.
clips of Mahomes throwing balls like right at people's chest and then all of a sudden they're getting knocked out by like Derwin James. Um
The power
like
bomb heard around the world. That
right,
wasn't Mahomes' fault, but it was like
no, not that one specifically, but Derwin James still headhunted.
Kelsey.
No, the other one, he took someone out this last year.
Man.
Anyways, irrelevant. But like, you give him a good quarterback too, and that's also like you give him some good ball placement. That all these things play into injuries far more than like people look at. They want to just go, oh, he's injury prone. Okay, but like, is he injury prone because he's not working hard, he's not keeping himself in shape, or is he injury prone because he's around crappy dudes that are selling him out? Like,
So I want to hit on this because he is going to be 30. So, after
yeah,
30, there's more injuries. That's just a scientific fact and all
yeah.
that. So these guys do have these injury histories at 30, and he's going to be 30 this year. So if you're starting to get hurt at 28, 29, there's a legitimate concern there. So I don't think we can dismiss that. But let's just look at it. In 2024, this isn't his big breakout year. 2024, he played in 11 games. He caught 64 balls, 505 yards, and 5 touchdowns. As our tight end number 2, I would love that if we got that stat line. That'd
Yeah.
be crazy. 64 balls, 5 touchdowns, 500 yards. Sign me up right now.
Yep.
What's it gonna cost? 8 million, 10 million? Yeah, you can sign me up right now. That's a good deal. Um, that's what we're looking for. We're not looking for a 1,000-yard tight end. So I think if we have the right expectations, this is another good piece to put into this offense that is being built the right way. So I'm so pumped about this. The meeting already happened. I haven't heard any news as of now. We're recording this on Sunday night. They had the meeting on Saturday, so I haven't heard anything yet. By the time we post this, who knows? Maybe he'll be signed already. But yeah, so this is good. This is a good deal for us. This is a big one. So I think Trevor and I made our point pretty clear here. We're all the way on board with this.
Now
And
it's time
so
for us to yell at each other.
and now let's get into this other one because I can't believe because I think you're way too smart to have the opinion you have here. And I love you, bro. You're just wrong. Trevor always talks about bringing in veteran players. So I'm gonna let you go first, and I'm gonna let you give the pros for why this other veteran that we got linked to in a PFF article um, is talking about because I looked it up. It specifically was the PFF gave the top landing spots for free agents who are still out there. There's a connection right now with Deebo Samuel because of Mike McDaniel, who had him in San Francisco, and Deebo Samuel and Mike McDaniel have a great relationship and all of that. But Trevor's excited. Trevor wants to go get him. So I'm going to let you go ahead and you give your points and then just know that I have full intention to come in like a nuclear bomb and destroy everything you say. But that's
What
okay.
year was Mike McDaniel in San Fran?
I don't have it off the top of my head because he was in Washington for a while and then he was um and then he went over to San Francisco with Shanahan. But
Um, that's a very important part of this actually, possibly that I just kind of put together off the top of my head. You're cooked.
Okay, I'm pulling it up, bro. I'm trying to right now. You
You
already got
know,
it?
so Mike McDaniel, it says he was there between 20 he joined them in 2017 and served as the run game coordinator in 2019 to 2021.
Yes.
Okay. Debo's rookie year was 2019.
Mhm.
Okay. So he was there when Deebo was there when Mike McDaniel was the run game coordinator.
Oh, I love that you're gonna try this on me. Okay, go ahead.
By his third year being, he was injured his second year. Okay. So Deebo, his
Mhm.
rookie year, 800 yards, 3 touchdowns. Okay. His second year, sophomore year, he got injured, played 7 games, only had 90 yards, 1 touchdown. His
Mhm.
biggest year of his career, yard wise, was in 2021,
Mhm.
where he had 1,400 yards.
Yeah.
And I know, yes, run game coordinator versus passing game, whatever. I see that look on your face.
Yeah.
His best year was when he was on the same team as Mike McDaniel.
That's loose, but okay.
That's loose.
Uh-huh. Go ahead. I'm letting you make all your points. That's fine.
I mean, and then on top of that, like I don't think that we can put all of our eggs in the Quinton Johnson basket like you want to. I would love to. I would love to just say this dude's gonna be a stud. We don't need anyone else.
Mhm.
Would love to. And I'm not even saying Debo's gonna come in and be our number one. I think if we're bringing him in, he would probably be our number three wide receiver. Um, so it would be Lad, QJ, Debo. Any one of those can kind of fluctuate just based off of what kind of season they have. Obviously, I think that Lad's gonna have the biggest season out of all three of them.
Mhm.
But, like, you never know. Like, Deebo has gone off before. He's had great years. He's also had bad years. I'm not gonna act like he's just the saving grace. Um, yeah, I mean, as you can see on the screen right there, like, he's had 600-yard seasons and stuff.
It's
Yeah,
highlighting.
whatever. That's fine. Um, because you wanna keep talking about the scheme and the Mike McDaniel, and then all of a sudden, like, as soon as he's away from Mike McDaniel, he sucks. And yes, I know Mike McDaniel wasn't the offensive coordinator. That does not mean he doesn't have a say in it.
Okay.
Like,
All right. All right. Let me jump
give
in
me
on
all your
this.
debunking. Let's hear it. We're about to fight. So we got like 20 minutes to hash this out.
I don't want to even take that long. But here, I don't even actually I will leave this up for a minute.
You can go on to tell me why Quinton Johnson's the greatest player of all time. He's
I
the next Jalen
didn't say that.
Waddle, and he's gonna whatever.
All right. Here's the thing. In this system, yes, he was successful in 2021 and never before and never after.
What do you call
So
800
yes,
yards?
okay, hold up, hold up. Debo had in 2021, he was playing as much running back as he was playing wide receiver.
And who
They
was
had
the game
him
coordinator?
I am aware. I get that. What I'm telling you is they were hang on, I let you make your points. So this is my turn. Uh here's the deal. They yes, they had him playing running back. They had him like he was the Swiss Army knife of the league. It was awesome to watch. I was a fan of and watched all of it. But here's the problem. That was 2021. This dude has had nagging injuries every year since then. He's never healthy. And oh yeah, here's the other part. Why Mike McDaniels has told you what he wants. Think about the draft. I'll take my shirt off if you get who? Brandon Thompson, the fastest player in the draft. Hey, I'm putting up wanted posters. Who do I want? Keaton Mitchell, the fastest player in the league, possibly. Who do I want? Alec Ingold, lightning quick fullback. Who do I want? Charlie Kohler, super fast, run blocking tight end. Who do I want? Hang on, I'm getting there. Who do I want? Tyler Biotish, super athletic, gets to the second level run guy. So now who do I want? Slow, brittle, injury prone Deebo Samuel? Absolutely not. It doesn't fit.
What
Yes, he's a
even
good
is injury? Dude, like, even if he's injured, he's the last 4 years, he played 13 games, 15, 15, and 16 games. He's missed like
yeah.
1 or 2 games a season.
Mhm. It's not about that. If you look at The injuries, he was playing. He's a tough dude. Like, I have a lot of
Yeah.
respect for him.
You wanna talk about that? Look at Justin Herbert, man.
I mean, he wasn't 100%, and he was banged up and not playing at a high level. Look, here, I've got it pulled up.
If you wanna talk about injuries and playing through injuries, like, your one of your favorite players in the league does that better than anybody, and you don't wanna add someone else like that to the offense with him?
No, I don't wanna add more people who aren't gonna play football.
I wanna add people with that mindset. Competitors welcome.
I love the mindset, but we have the mindset. It's look,
I
here
don't
it is.
think
I
we
got it
do.
pulled up. All right. 2019 was a groin strain. 2020, 9 games included a Jones fracture in his foot during training camp.
Yeah, he
Hamstring
didn't play
pull.
that. That was the year he only played 7 games.
But look, it's Jones fracture in training camp, hamstring pull after week 7, hamstring strain after week 14. 2021, glute injury during an off-season practice, calf strain, shin bruise, and a grade 2 inguinal groin strain. I can't pronounce that word. You're the kinesiology major. You can tell me what that is later. But and then also a knee injury, um, in the divisional round of the players, but he returned for the NFC.
Get this dude some pickle juice and a stretcher, and he'll be fine, like a personal stretcher, and he'll be fine. Like a
Bro,
trainer type stretcher, not like
I'm
a
worried about him being carried off the field on a stretcher. Oh man. And then grade 1 hamstring sprain, MCL sprain, ankle sprain, week 14. This is like, and it doesn't show me anything from anything after year 2022. Because it's such an extensive history, dude. Like,
he wasn't injured.
he was injured. Look, he's missing games. Look at your thing. Oh,
He missed one game.
unless he's load managing. But he's but no.
Like your favorite player, Kawhi Leonard.
Right. Anyways, so here's my thing. It's not that I think he's not a tough dude. Like, I actually think he's one of the toughest players in the league. He made his name being a tough guy. It's not a toughness thing. I just think it, and here's the thing, Trev. You're killing me for Quinton Johnson. What I've said about, and here's why it's different. Here's why it's different. One guy is over 30 with a rap sheet of injuries. The other guy is young, healthy, and getting better. So I'm looking at the fact of Quentin Johnson's not at his peak, and I'm looking at Deebo Samuel hit his peak 4 years ago. And so if you want to say, like, it's not about like, oh, who was a better player at their peak. One guy's not there yet. One guy left there 4 years ago. So it's
Right.
not, that's the problem, Trev. It's not that I'm sitting here being like, oh, Quentin Johnson's the answer. Yes, I think that he has a potential to boom this year. What I don't think that I'm thinking it's all right. Let me put it in. If I'm going to put gambling, if I'm going to put odds on it, and I'm going to put chips on a roulette table, I want to put chips somewhere where there's a chance of success. I'm not sitting here being like, oh, this is going to make me $1 million, and I'm going to have I'm just going to kill this. Uh, but I'm at least taking a chance on something. But you know what? I'm not putting money in. I'm not gonna go buy a car that's missing 3 tires, has no transmission, and needs, a brand new engine. And that's what this dude is. He's a Ferrari with no tires, no engine, and no transmission.
But you admitted he's a Ferrari.
At one point was a Ferrari, and now he's a
No, but
lemon, dude. Now he's being towed around by Tow Mater from Cars 2, bro. He's one of the lemons trying
he
to
was
kill
in
my.
all 3.
Was it 3? I
He
forget.
was in no, he was in all 3, I'm saying.
No, I'm saying the lemons were like trying to kill McQueen.
Lemons was
What?
car 2, yes.
But I'm like, bro, he once was great, yes, but now he's a lemon, dude.
No, but you're acting like we have to have either Quentin Johnson or Deebo. I'm talking about replacing KLS with Deebo.
Why would you replace a guy in his second year who runs a 4.3? Why would we not find out if that guy can be a star?
I don't even know who our other fifth. Who's our? Oh, Trey Harris. No, I don't want to get rid of Trey Harris either. But like that's what we're replacing like Keenan Allen with Deebo is what it really comes down to because we're not signing Keenan Allen.
No, we got Brennan Thompson instead. We already did that.
I that's
So here's the deal.
no veteran.
Look, you can only have 6 guys in the room. So let's just break it down. Quentin Johnson, Ladd McConkey, Trey Harris. Those 3 are locked.
Thompson.
Brennan Thompson, we just
He's
drafted
locked.
4.
He's pretty much locked.
Right? Okay. So now you get into Keandre Lambert Smith is your 5th.
Which I don't
Okay.
hate him. Don't get me wrong. I sent you a text last year saying like KLS is gonna be our savior.
I'm
Like,
telling you,
I like KLS
then how are you going to trade him for Deebo Samuel's broken self right now?
because some
Here's the problem. Hang on. I told you.
I'm not seeing the vision, man.
I'm not because there's no vision. So here's the deal. So here's why it doesn't make sense. So now you also already have in that same room Darius Davis. Are you cutting him? Are you cutting? So then who's your punt returner? Brandon, who's your kick returner?
Quinton Thompson,
I mean, he didn't do it in college, so I mean, it's just
Lad.
kind of a and
You got Lad and Brennan Thompson. Like, you're the one who just said like an episode ago that he scored on the one that he had.
yeah, but that's not something. It's a safety risk. You don't put your best players back at punt return to get slaughtered when it's like that's not a great long term
I
plan.
say we put DJ back there and let him just run through people.
That's I just did not put your
That
best
was the
players near your.
stupidest take I've said. I will admit that one was just a joke.
But
Just to get
I'm
a
just telling
reaction.
you, I mean, dude, it just I'm at this point with it where it's like, yes, I know your thing about veterans, but again, I'm sitting here going, hey, bring in David Njoku. You just got another veteran player. You don't need a guy like Deebo Samuel. Nobody needs, not nobody. I'm gonna sound like the biggest like Deebo Samuel might come to my house and fight me, but we don't need him. Why would I want Deebo Samuel? That makes dude, I see
You
no
also
world where I want Deebo Samuel on my football team.
he also averaged like even with like a rough season, he averaged 10 yards a catch.
Yeah. I mean, okay. I mean, I get it. And I'll give you the same thing, like Jaden Daniels was hurt for part of the year, whatever. I understand that. So he was playing with Marcus Mariota. Like, I get all that, dude. I'm not saying he's a bad player, but the chances of him being anything more than 400 or 500 yards, like, what are the odds? Okay,
Hi.
so okay, so if the odds are he's not gonna go above 400, 500
He
yards.
is.
What?
He's like
He's not going to, not in this offense. And here's the thing. Okay, you're let's just put him at 600. You're telling me you're gonna pay a guy $16 million to get you 600 yards? I'm not. The value's not there. It makes like there's no I can't find it, dude. I can't I because you're so strong on this, I've looked for a way to make it make sense and I got nothing.
it
I
makes
don't see it. I'm so against it. I hate it. And I
I'm
love
for it.
you. I
I
love
gave
you.
up on Juwan Jennings.
Oh yeah, I mean, I gave up on that too. It's just a matter of the Chargers told you. Here's what I'll say. The Chargers are telling you by picking up Quinton Johnson's 5th-year option what they think of him. They think he's going to be there for the next 5 to 10 years.
I've already listed QJ as higher than Deebo on like the starters list and everything.
No, I get that. But what I'm saying is, so you're telling me that we just signed him, we just picked up his option. You're gonna have to pay Lad soon. You're gonna have to pay like there's just a lot of money, dude, that's got to go out.
I'm just saying
This is
sign
a
him to a
terrible
1 year
use of our
deal. I'm
money.
not saying sign him to like 3 years, 60 million.
Well, I don't know that he's signing for 1 year, $4 million.
Well, not 4 million, but like we could I think he's like 12 or 16, somewhere in that range. I don't remember.
You said you saw 16 on Spotshare.
I forgot which I was trying to remember which player was which.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Um, and that was just like a quick like Google. I mean, this last year he was 17 million. So
I'm just not paying Deebo $16 million. Now, if I were a team like let me give you a team that I think makes sense. If I were a team like the Cleveland Browns right now, who they're rebuilding and I would sign Deebo Samuel. 100%. You need culture, you need all that. It makes sense. Miami Dolphins make a ton of sense right now. They need culture guys. Obviously, like their money situation is what it is, so that might be tough. Another one, the New Orleans Saints make a lot of sense to me. Young quarterback, rookie deal, need a culture guy. There's situations. Deebo makes a ton of sense. There's no part of our situation where Deebo fits in well at all. That's a round peg in a square hole. It doesn't work. Or a square peg in a round
I
hole. I
think
forget.
he would have a great year with someone like Justin Herbert as his quarterback, though. I mean, like
Can I give you the what we've seen in our own division is a lot of like what you're saying there, the Chiefs have done it to Patrick Mahomes. Hey, Mahomes is so great, he'll make this guy good. I don't want to operate like that. I don't want to operate with
Why
Herbert's
not? They
so
have 3
great.
Super Bowls in the last, like, 5 years.
Well, but look at what how Mahomes has to do everything. And now they're over here like, we got to get him a running back. We got to go get him Tyreek Hill. We got to go get him. Like, I mean, they're trying to fix their problem because they realize that that's not a healthy way to operate. And it's why Mahomes is out here running for his dang life. Well, we'll put all this money on defense and then Mahomes will just fix our offense. Like, that's not a good way to live, dude. So I'm not a fan.
Dude, but I mean, like, Debo's whole career, he's had, like, Kaepernick and Garoppolo as his top quarterbacks.
He had Purdy and he had
He did that pretty, yeah.
yeah, he had I mean he had Purdy, he had I was gonna say Trey Lance for that 3 games, but that wasn't really
Yeah.
but yeah,
But even then, he had Purdy for, like, a
he had Purdy for three years.
did he? I was trying to remember how
It
long
was
he
the
was yeah.
Avenger squad, bro. Like 2022, after they made the McCaffrey trade, that team had Deebo, they had Brandon Ayuk, they had Christian McCaffrey, they had George Kittle in his like prime Kittle, Trent Williams. Like, bro, that team was the
And
freaking
with all of
Avenger.
those, he had, like, a 900-yard season. With
I'm
that many
aware.
other targets around him, he had that in the season.
Yeah, that's before he was injured. This is a different player. You cannot.
This is not before he was injured. The injuries you were just listing were, like, 2017 and or not 27, like,
I don't think
2020.
that guy's coming back, dude. I just don't think that guy's coming back. I mean, and he did all that with Shanahan and McDaniel's brain power. He did all that with, I mean, with he never gets a double team. He never get like I don't think that guy's coming back. The
They're not
speed
gonna
of double.
double team him, man. Like, there's enough we have a similar team where we have enough other threats that he's not getting double teamed. They're not gonna double team him and leave Trey Harris open.
I,
They might leave Trey Lance open.
yeah. Oh man, I don't
Like,
know. Well,
once
let's kill this, man, because this is just we're just going back and forth, but there's no resolution here. This
I
is
told you it'd be 20 minutes.
I just think this is a terrible take by you, and I love you too much
I
to just
think
let
this
you.
is ignorant by you, but that's fine.
I all I can say is this: I'm on board with going to get Njoku.
Me too.
Uh, hang on. All right, now you're gonna make me do this. Hang on. So when I pulled it up, I'm gonna share this with the audience. Deebo Samuel. Give me 1 second. This is probably not great on a podcast, but
We're about to turn this into, like, Twilight in here. Y'all let us know if you're Team Trevor or Team Josh in the comments. I don't even care. Just no rash comments, but feel
no,
free to tell people that they're wrong.
yeah, as long as it's Trevor. No, look here. Here's the articles that are up there because you said it's a multiple articles and all this. So I did a
Yeah,
quick
yeah, I
Google
mean, I've
search.
seen a few. That's what piqued my interest and everything.
No, I know. Yeah, you're right. Um, so the AI thing right here at the top of Google says
Yeah.
Deebo Samuel's not officially, joining the LA Chargers. He's currently Washington Commander or whatever. So it was the PFF article, and then you look here, Sports Illustrated headline: Deebo Samuel, Mike McDaniel link for the Chargers proposed again. Still doesn't make sense. Chargers named as the top fit for Deebo Samuel, but does it really make sense? Deebo Samuel named best fit for AFC West contender. That one doesn't say anything else. Um, it just like it's right in this Sports Illustrated article right here. Deebo Samuel, Mike McDaniel link, Charger proposed again. Still doesn't make sense. This is kind of just where I'm. And you get all the YouTube videos here, so. Uh, but yeah, man, I don't know. I'm just to me makes no sense. I'll have to see if other people on the internet are saying yes, but it doesn't really track for me. So yeah, I guess settle in the comments. Are we Team Deebo? Are we not Team Deebo? Here's the deal. Y'all know me. I'm a Chargers fan. And if we sign him, I'm gonna come on here and say, you know what? Great move. But I'm telling y'all, no. Don't make me do it. Don't make me come on here and support this. Don't make me come on here and find the positives here. I don't want to do it. Go get David Njoku, and I will
I
be the
I
loudest.
can't wait until December when I'm sitting here telling you like, "Oh yeah, man, he's already at 1,000 yards. You were wrong."
I hope he's on the field in December for whoever he's playing for. If he does that, I will say, you know what, dude, you were right. Because I didn't think he'd be on the field after Thanksgiving. Like, it's an injury thing. You can't trust it. So, and don't get me wrong, dude. Like people have good years. Like again, you brought up, we're laughing. I'm a Clippers fan for those of you who don't know, and you brought up Kawhi Leonard. Well, Kawhi Leonard had a healthy season this year, all things considered, and he played well. And it's like, that's great. Do I think that next year I'm like, oh, Kawhi's back. He's playing all 82? No, Kawhi's not going to play. Like, he will probably be injured next year, and I don't trust his health, which is why my team's not going anywhere. It's a bad feeling, which is why I don't want to keep getting into business with old, brittle, broken players. I don't want it in any of my sports, any of my teams. I like veterans, but I don't need broken, brittle veterans. I need guys who are still, not going to break down. So there's durable players. Dude, one of my knocks on me as a player, I wasn't durable enough. I worked my butt off in the weight room, but it was like just things happened. I got knee injury in high school, tore both shoulders, 6 concussions. You can't like, it's not a matter of like, I didn't train hard enough to not get to when I get hit in the head, then I wouldn't be able to, like, I couldn't train hard enough for that. It just happens, man. And some
Stop
guys
trying to
can't
catch
stay
ground
healthy.
balls with your face. I mean, that's a good start.
Look, I was like Deebo Samuel. I was a tough guy. And look at what it got me. It got me a 21-year-old retirement. But all right, well, y'all let us know in the chat, in the comments. Team Trevor, you team Josh. Sign Deebo, don't sign Deebo. Give us your pros, your cons, all the fun stuff. Have a little healthy debate in the chat, in the comment section. And yeah, Trevor and I may be debating this till we go to the grave. But
It's gonna be until he proves himself this season as to whether one of us was right. Like that's as soon as if he does get signed somewhere else, as soon as he does something good, I'm like, told you, should have signed him. As
yeah,
soon as if we signed him, as soon as he drops like one pass or like rolls an ankle, told
I
you,
was gonna
should have
say
left.
it's less about dropping passes. I don't think he'll do that. He doesn't really do that.
Nah,
But
he
it's
doesn't.
more of a,
Yeah,
there goes a hamstring, and I don't want to speak death on nobody, man. I'm not trying to speak things over the guy, but
right.
I mean, it's just I don't trust him, man.
Well, just
But all right, y'all let
at
us know
this
in the
point,
chat.
just play it out. Yep.
All
So
right, well, y'all let us know if we sign him. I'm gonna have to find a way to find the positives in it, even though I don't believe in it. I won't lie to y'all. I'm not gonna do that, but I will try to tell you why I've come around to finding a positive. So, all right, y'all let us know, and make sure to like, share, and subscribe to the podcast. Help us out. Small amount of time you take to hit that subscribe button helps us out a ton. And with that being said, we love y'all. Peace out. Bolt up, and we'll talk to y'all in the next episode.